All right, we are back. It has been a couple of weeks since I was able to do this Wednesday afternoon session with you. I do apologize. Last week I was not feeling very well at all. If you were in any of the daily live streams and you heard my voice range anywhere from where it is now to a very deep Barry White. But last week I was in pretty bad shape. But I'm back now today, and so I'm glad for this, and I'm thankful. We had our session on thankfulness yesterday. So, by the way, I'm thankful for everyone who watches this both live and on the replay. If you're watching this on the replay, if you would just give us a comment on either YouTube or Facebook, it really does help the algorithm out. But in case you are interacting with us or finding us for the first time and you're thinking, what in the world is going on here? My name is Pepper. This is Godly Trading, and we are here to help fathers fulfill that command from Proverbs that says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children." And I truly believe that trading offers the best opportunity to do that. Now, for the past, well, it seems like forever, a number of weeks, we have been going through a book that I wrote called Trading with Joy. And it takes a look at trading from a biblical perspective. And it applies, I based the book off of Galatians and the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And these are all attributes that I think that any trader of any religion or no religion whatsoever can take and apply to their trading. And the unintended consequences of being a better trader in these areas is that it has a bleed over effect in the rest of your life. I've heard it from so many different sources. I don't know who originally came up with it, but how you do anything is how you do everything. So the theme of the book is a journey, and we got the pathway there, and we start out at self-control, and we're journeying towards joy, to be able to trade with joy. And the last time we were here talking about the book, we were on peace, which is the last stop before we get there to joy. So today we're actually going to finally talk about joy and how to have joy in your trading and what all of the different aspects of joy mean when it comes to trading. Um, what's interesting, we were talking yesterday or the day before about thankfulness. And it is interesting that there's actually that being thankful, grateful, any of those terms is not found in the fruit of the Spirit. And I do wonder why it's not there. But at the same time, you think, well, honestly, thankfulness is woven throughout all of those. I mean, love, joy, and peace, those three attributes that I personally believe come only from God, that we as humans, the best we can do is a sort of an artificial facsimile. And then the other ones, patience, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control, those six, you really do have to have an element of thankfulness in order to do those correctly. So when it comes to trading and having joy in our trading, my first step when I reach for joy is to be thankful. I mean, I have said it so many times that I truly believe that trading offers the most amazing opportunity for anybody to lift themselves, lift their family out of whatever financial situation they are in and put them on a path towards that three-step process of financial stability and then financial security and finally financial freedom. And it's amazing to me that you can trade from anywhere. A couple of members of our community are based on the other side of the planet from me. And I was talking to one of them recently, and they mentioned how the trading was difficult. And they couldn't get on the live stream because there was no power in their area that night. And a lot of people, I mean, you can trade from the middle of the ocean with one of these things. And so I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to be able to trade. And as a result, once you start with that standpoint of, I'm going to be thankful today, joy does really enter in almost as a side effect. The word there, joy, in the Greek that Paul uses is, I don't know how you pronounce it, chara, C-H-A-R-A. And it means to be joyful, to rejoice, to thrive. And I love the idea of a thriving trader. I mean, that's someone who has trading as such an integral and yet part of their lives that they keep in perspective. You know, have you ever met those people? It's funny, I was going to say, have you ever met those traders, but how many of you out there actually know someone else in your circle, in your actual, in real life group of family and friends that trades? I mean, we're kind of few and far between when it comes to people that we interact with. But we all know someone, or maybe I put it better this way. I ask you the question: do you know someone for whom trading is almost like their identity, their way of life, and every conversation, everything they talk about centers around their trading? Now, I'm sure you probably run across someone like that in other areas, whether it's fishing or whether it's whatever it is, right? I don't want to golf. I don't want to pick on those, but someone for whom that activity is the center of their being. I think being joyful, thriving as a trader starts with putting trading in perspective. Trading is just a skill. It is a way of earning money through a repetitive action like juggling or cooking or painting or working on art. Any skill that you can learn that leads to money is the same thing as trading. It's all it is. And so I think when we keep it in perspective, there's so much of an element of pride that can come in and override our trading, override who we are as a trader, and again, how we do anything is how we do everything, bleed over into other areas of our life that honestly, there's so many ways that you as a trader can suck the joy out of not only what you do, but other people around you. I mean, have you ever explained a trade to a friend or a family member, and you just see their eyes glaze over, and you're like, no one's home, they're not listening. It's like they have no interest in what you're saying. Trading with joy starts with an attitude of gratitude, but also it just keeps it in perspective. I think that when we do that, then honestly, trading just becomes another one of those things. I mean, think about the things that make you joyful in life, and is work any one of those? Maybe it is. Maybe you find joy in what you do, and if you do, that's fantastic. But I just want to encourage everyone out there, when you are thinking about your trading for the day, or you're sitting down to do your trading, put something in your trade plan, in your daily checklist, your schedule, preferably before you start trading and then after, that says, hey, give thanks, be thankful, but somehow inject humility before I even start. And then I open my platform and I check my trades and I do however long it takes you to do your trading for the day. And then when you're done, go ahead and unpack or repack everything that you're feeling, and try to wash it through this attitude of being joyful, being thankful. I mean, honestly, for as much as I have said that doubt and discouragement are the twin killers, I think that joyfulness and thanksgiving go hand in hand. It's hard to have one without the other. What's interesting is the Greek word there for joy, which is chara, rejoice. It's almost like you got a noun and a verb, right? You have joy and you do rejoice. It is a great way to look at it, both something that we feel and something that we do, something that we have and something that we give away, something that we think about and let it indwell us, and that emanates from us. Over in Philippians, Paul says, which is going to be a very hard maxim or lesson to think about or wrap your brain around it. Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I say rejoice. So rejoice means to have joy again. So he says, have joy again. And again, I say have joy again. But there are times when trading does not make us want to rejoice. And yet those are the very times that will help us long term. If we can take that day where everything is going wrong and saying, I am still so grateful. Start off with Thanksgiving. That is the easiest way. We talked this morning about consistency, and consistency starts with small steps. The best first small step towards being joyful, rejoicing, having fun with your trading, the best first small step is to find something to be thankful for at the very beginning. Okay, I had a terrible day, but I am thankful that my stop loss worked. I am thankful that my broker is still there. I am thankful that I even had this opportunity, because I know that I've been successful in the past. I'll know I'll be successful in the future. Start with that first, even if you have to force it. Write it down, talk to someone, whatever it is, but express gratitude and thanksgiving as that first small step. and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it. And eventually you will find, I think Thanksgiving is the path to joy. We've been on a path towards joy this whole time. And yes, self-control and peace and faithfulness, all of those things enable us to have joy. But in the moment, the tactical way that we say, okay, I'm not feeling it right now. How can I do it? Right? Again, joy is not something that we can manufacture. It's something that we have to allow. It comes from God. But we can certainly start dispelling all of the things that are blocking our joy by just running through that litany of being thankful. I really, really encourage you in the strongest terms. Add something to your trade plan dealing with that emotion before you even sit down. Once you're in the midst of, oh my goodness, everything's going wrong today, it's going to be hard to pull out of that tailspin. So have a plan ahead of time. Plan for joy. Plan for Thanksgiving. Plan for gratitude. Next week, I want to go over a different topic or a different aspect of this topic. You know, as you can probably tell, the fruit of the Spirit. We're not actually done, even though we have wound up at joy. We're not actually done with the fruit of the Spirit. We have love yet to come. And how does love come into play? We're not going to worry about that today or next week. Next week, we're going to continue this topic of joy and how to have joy. And I want to talk about something that, honestly, we all need to be doing when it comes to interacting with everyone else around us about our trading. So that'll be next week, guys. Thank you for being here today. Again, we're going to be here every Wednesday at 4 o'clock Central Time for our Godly Trading podcast. When we're done with this book, we're going to pick another book and we're going to dive into it as well. Remember also, I am here every day at noon Central Time for about 5 to 10 minutes on different topics of the day. So I'm committed to being consistent in December and daily live streams. So for this particular segment, I'll be back next week, and I thank you all for being here.